Hey everybody, I'm Sam Haymartin. You're watching Growing Older Gay. This is part 6 of our 10-part series in surviving anti-LGBT politics. And today what we're talking about is navigating toxic people. First and most obvious is live and let live. Remember that there are people out there that you are never going to change. These people are not going to change, and you are not going to be the one person that makes them change their ways, which means don't try to change them. Don't be the person that's always railing on them. Don't be that toxic person towards them that all these people are to you. Just let them be. All right, next on the list is sort of tying off what we just talked about is set healthy boundaries around the people, places, and things that aren't healthy for you in this way. Toxic people can make your life toxic. Don't be around those people. Now, the thing is, we don't always have that choice. Sometimes we have to go to work. We have family that we have to be with. Maybe we live with people in a family setting, or maybe we have roommates, whatever the case may be, that we can't get away from, but they're toxic. We have to employ strategies around those people to make being with them okay, at least moment to moment. Sometimes you just have to walk away from them when they're going on about stuff that you believe is hurtful or harmful. Sometimes you have to let them know that you're not appreciating what they're talking about, and that they ought to know that that is offensive or harmful to you. But sort of like what we talked about in that first segment, some of these people just don't care. They want to hurt your feelings. They want you to know they're right, you're wrong, right? They want you to know that you're the person that needs to change. That's who they are. That's what defines toxic, right? That's what defines a hater. The best thing I have found to do with these people is just to exit their presence. I don't engage these people in conversations that I know aren't going to be fun for me, that aren't going to get me anywhere, and that are just going to cause consternation and discontent. I just don't do it. The other thing is social media. And this is a big one. This is really where most of us encounter people that are toxic. Cut them loose, cancel them, pause them, block them, whatever it takes. You don't need those people in your life. And this goes with family. I've had people in my family over the last year that I've had to not unfriend, but unfollow. And yes, this is playing into what they call cancel culture out there. But here's the thing. The only people that complain about cancel culture are the ones being canceled. And we aren't canceling people because we disagree with them, or we think that we don't want to have a conversation with them about what their beliefs, or we want to stop them from being able to express their beliefs. Most people get canceled because they're assholes and they don't know how to behave socially. They don't know how to be kind. They don't know how to be considerate. That's why they get canceled. That's why I cancel people. So don't be afraid to draw those boundaries. Number 3 on the list, be careful making assumptions about other people's motives and their beliefs. Now, this is kind of backing off the first thing about setting those boundaries and cutting people out of your life. We have to be very careful sometimes, though, about people that might even be close to us. Sometimes they say things or they make a comment that make you go, what? We have to be careful, though. Sometimes it never hurts to just ask somebody for clarification if they say or do something that sort of sends you a miscue. I believe in the idea of give everybody a chance, at least for a few minutes, if you're just meeting them and talking with them, especially under all the pressure and the stress that we're under these days with what's going on. It's very easy to just automatically, cut somebody off without even giving them a chance. Sometimes there's a lot of people out there that are ambiguous about everything. They don't put that out there. And so you can just take a couple of cues from them and maybe get the wrong idea, or maybe you're right. But be careful with those people that aren't 100% outward about who and what they are and just assuming, because you can make some wrong decisions there, especially in this environment. Number 4 on the list, avoid taking things personally. It's not always about you. It isn't. It's not always about you. And that is harder to do than say. Believe me, I know this. But here's the thing. There is a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of angst out there right now. And there's a lot of power on the side of these people who hate and who are bigots and who now have the pulpit and are able to do and say a lot of things and get a lot of headlines. And it's very easy for us to take this personally and start letting that affect our view of who we are and our value. We all inherently deserve love, respect, and we deserve our seat at the table. There are a lot of people out there, there are a lot of things going on that are trying to tell us otherwise. We have to be very careful not to take these things personally, because hate is hate. It's what it is. It is a power and a force that right now has it's got a pretty big megaphone. And it's sad and disappointing, but it is what it is. The most important thing that we have to do is try not to let that get down deep inside of us and affect how we feel about ourselves. Number 5 on the list is live your days practicing attraction rather than promotion. Now, some people out there might recognize that term, but it's basically a principle that says, don't go out there and get in people's face and try to force them to like you and what you are and who you are and what you're about. Don't force that on people. We hate it when those people come with a book in hand and knock on our door and try to tell us that we're bad, we're wrong, we're going to go to hell, and that we need to be like them. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. So don't do it to them. Be who you are, live a good life, stand on your principles, and demonstrate how your life is constructed by what you do and how you act. That's all. Don't try to change other people. It goes back to that first thing we talked about. You can't change people. Don't try. You can change minds. There's a group of people in the middle between the two polar opposites that you have an opportunity to having an effect on. You can effect change through your actions, your behavior, and the message that you convey by how you live your life. If you're honest, you're forthright, you're good, and you're not toxic, you have a better chance at affecting people in a way that might change their minds, as opposed to going at them, being that toxic person that we're trying to talk about how to avoid here. It's really that simple. Live your life in a way that is attractive rather than promotive. That's it. So, there it is, folks. Just a quick little 5 suggestions on sort of how to navigate the toxicity out there, toxic people, places, and things. And it really comes just down to stop trying to change the things you can't change. Let those people just be who they are. Try to make sure you're the person that's the adult in the room, and try to have some joy in your life. That's it. So we have this entire 10-part series. Some of them aren't up yet, but you can see the playlist right there with all of the episodes up to date. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel right there and stay informed of everything we do. Either way, stay tuned.